Hey, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for July 2023. So on July 10th, we have Mars, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desire, even our anger, moving out of this Leo energy and moving into Virgo energy. So let's talk about the shift. In Leo energy, this was supposed to show us where it is that we needed to be bold and brave and courageous enough to identify what it is that our heart was asking us to pursue. There were new ideas, there were new passion projects, and even if you haven't really been turned on to anything new, you most likely have definitely been turned all the way off from some of the things that you were pouring your time, energy, and attention into. Mars rules over how we assert ourselves, aggress ourselves in the physical world, taking action, making moves, especially when it's in alignment with an excitement, with a passion project, with a goal, with a true desire. The Leo energy that we've been in was getting us real and raw and vulnerable with how it is that we wanted to kind of pursue new paths of happiness, of joy, of excitement, and gave us the boldness, the bravery, the courage needed in order to truly step away from what other people may want us to do to really kind of define what is the right thing for us to do. And so there wasn't a lot of action because, of course, the heart space, we had to figure out what it is that we needed to move away from and what it is that we desired to move closer to. And of course, that Leo energy, very expressive, very unique in its I'm going to say vibration, frequency, and therefore many of us have had a change of heart. With that change of heart comes a change in direction, a change in path, a change in pursuit. And here we are now moving into Virgo energy, an earth sign that is ruled over by Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, which means that we are going to get shit done. Okay, so let's unpack it. Mars being in this Virgo energy is going to be a little bit of a workaholic. We have a focus, we have a path, we have a direction. Now again, a lot of us will spend this time, this transit, cleaning up our environment, our circumstances, really recognizing where the problems are and taking action in order to solve them. This is a time when we are focused on the details, the habits, the day-to-day life tasks, chores, the roles, the responsibilities, all of the things that make up the greater, grander plan, the greater, grander picture of our lives. So in Virgo energy, we tend to be a little bit OCD. We tend to be a perfectionist. So whatever it is that we're pouring our time, energy, and effort into, we are going to be meticulous about it. There is this certain air of needing to do a good job. We have a lot of pride in what it is that we do. And there is a lot of focus on doing the right thing at the right time, in the right way, the first time around. And so many of us are going to get hyper-focused on what it is that we have to clean up first, what we have to kind of provide a clean slate for in order for us to start building towards something new. So this is going to be about the smaller details of our attitude, of our focus, of our intention, of our passion, of our desire. We are going to be highly productive, but it needs to be something that really triggers us, activates us to have tunnel vision enough in order to address the situation, the circumstance, and make something good out of it. We have a lot of caution going on because we're questioning everything. Virgo energy is the sign of discernment. We have to analyze everything. We have to understand what it is that we're keeping around, whether or not we can improve on how it is that we're going about bringing certain habits to life, addressing certain concerns, living up to certain routines and structures. We really have to focus on the smaller details, exercising great caution and discernment, really kind of tapping into a new level of willpower and discipline in order to get things done. We have to have a plan. We're not doing things willy-nilly. This is the one downside that I see kind of taking place, is the fact that Mars energy is very impulsive, would prefer to act act now and deal with the fallout and the consequences later. The Virgo energy, not having that at all. We are not exerting 1 ounce of energy unless we have thought it very well through and have deemed it to be important enough to exert said energy on it. So there is going to be the tug of war, I guess, let's say, to achieve that balance so that we are still kind of taking action when we're activated, when we're triggered to do so, but also having a plan and strategy in mind on what it is that we're actually trying to accomplish. Another downside of this particular transit is that we may actually lose sight of the greater, grander picture, the bigger goal, if you will, the dream and the vision. Sometimes in the Virgo energy, because we're so focused on the smaller details that make up the greater, grander picture, that we forget to step back and kind of gain perspective on what all of our energy and efforts are kind of being used for, which is an ultimate goal, an ultimate ending, an ultimate accomplishment, if you will. So, yep, there's going to be this urge to constantly stay busy, but we don't want to be wasting our energy on things that aren't going to show us the productivity or the progress that is very satisfying at this particular point in time. So when it comes to maybe learning new skills or learning how to work smarter instead of harder, these are the types of things that are definitely going to come to light through this particular transit. And, you know, where the Virgo energy is very focused on our health and wellness, it would be highly suggestive that we are taking action and we are making moves in order to build a proper circumstance, routine, foundation for us to take better care of ourselves. And this is definitely going to show us where it is, again, that the problems are, because Virgo energy is the problem solver of the zodiac. We have to identify the problem, and then we can come up with a solution on how it is that we plan to fix it. So anything to do with like exercise routines or diets or, you know, meditation practices, any way to take care of that mind, body, and soul is definitely going to be deemed worth the time, the energy to put forth to kind of create a system, a structure, a foundation that is better suited, well-oiled, if you will, for us to kind of flow through our days and have that routine and structure there provided for us to take good care of ourselves. Now, the Virgo energy, because it's ruled over by Mercury, this is, again, I'll throw the mantra at you, mind over matter. Whatever you focus on in your mental plane, whatever it is that you are allowing to loop in your head, whatever narrative it is that you allow to take up space in that mental plane is essentially what we're manifesting, what we're bringing to life. So we want to be very careful what we're focused on. And because Mercury is involved, there is a high level of irritability or nervousness or worry or tension. There is, you know, a lot of electricity that comes with this particular transit as well. And again, we're exercising a lot of caution, a lot of discernment. We're analyzing things. We're highly judgmental, super critical, especially of oneself. And that can kind of be the downfall of having to kind of learn how to navigate these energies. But with a vision, with a plan, with a strategy, with confidence, we will get a lot of things done. We are going to make up for lost time in a lot of ways, and we are definitely going to see a different environment actually emerge by the end of this transit in order for us to feel a little bit more safe and secure and stable and taken care of in the run of our day. So just remember that we may become hyper-focused on perfection, which of course, you know, we are imperfect. We are perfect, imperfect beings. We may be hyper-focused on the smaller details, so it's always good to maybe jot down why it is that you're doing the things that you're doing right now, which of course is a reminder of what the big picture vision actually is for you. And it's always good to pace yourself. Mars has a tendency to kind of burn ourselves out pretty quick, long before we ever see that goalpost because of poor energy management. So again, it's good to kind of go at it when you have the burst of energy to do so, aligning with the plan and the strategy that is going to definitely show you where it is that serious progress and productivity is being made, but we also want to take breaks, step back, see the bigger picture, realign, readjust, and always be asking yourself, can I do this in a better way? Can I work smarter instead of harder?